You're very welcome along to the Women's National League player profiles, game week 2. We have Gemma McGuinness of Sligo. Gemma, thanks for coming on. A difficult opening 2 weeks for you, but plenty of positives to take from last week.
Thanks, Ciaran. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it was definitely a tough introduction to the league for sure. If we had our choice, it definitely wouldn't have been Piedmont to start us off. But having said that, I feel like it's gonna stand to us as well. Having had two really tough introductions, will bring a lot from the games. There was a lot of positive passages of play that we had, and it's just going to take time to build on that. But we're taking what we can from each game, and we can see the progress that we made from Piedmont and bringing that into even against DLR at the weekend. There is positives to take from it, but the work continues, and we'll bring that into each training session and look to get better for sure.
Yeah, when we look at the DLR Waves game, there were times the second half that you had a few chances to draw level. Obviously, it ended 3-0, but that maybe wasn't a fair reflection on how you were playing, particularly at the start of the second half.
Yeah, we definitely came out, I'd say, on top in the second half. We had a good chat at half time, and there was glimpses of hope even in the first half. But I think, I suppose, luck didn't go our way. DLR had some fantastic chances as well on top of the 3 goals. We could have been punished a lot more. But again, we seen progress, and we seen chances that we probably should have put away on a different day. But yeah, it's going to take time for us to even gel together as a team and be able to take those chances in games that are coming up. So it was a tough beating. Like, I don't feel like it was a 3-0 game. There was a lot of things that we done well, but again, we're at this level, like, we're going to get punished in making any kind of small mistakes. But it's going to take a bit of time to put it all together for us, and as long as we can see progress, we're happy.
Yeah, it sounds like that's the big thing for Sligo this season. It's going to be a learning experience, particularly at the start of the season.
For sure, like, we're not going to expect any big results, but we're also not going into any matches feeling like we've already been beaten. The attitude that everyone's bringing to training is fantastic. Everybody's working hard, and there's no, everyone's fighting for their place as well, which also brings that, a different aspect into training that, we want to get better, and everyone wants to get better within their position and develop as a player as well as a team. So, yeah, we're looking forward to each game as it comes and taking it as it comes. And it's just going to be a different challenge. It's not going to get easier for us. It's just going to be, we'll look at different teams and see how we can play. But for now, our focus is on taking every game and looking to get better and looking to make less mistakes.
And you were playing up north in the Northern Ireland League with Derry. Is there a big difference between the Northern Ireland League and the Women's National League down here?
Yeah, well, it's the Northern Ireland League is a really strong league, and it's been going for quite some time now. And it's like the Irish League, it's getting bigger and better. It's getting more competitive. There's still a lot of home-based internationals playing in the Northern Ireland League, so that keeps it strong. The likes of Glentoran, who I think they've played against Wexford Youths a few times as well, and that's always a bit of healthy competition, just in friendlies. But the transition is it's quite similar, especially playing at that level. But I'm excited to be part. Like, I've never had the opportunity to play in the League of Ireland, just with no teams being up, where I'm living. So I was with Derry City, and that was kind of the only option. But it was like, my time there was fantastic, and the same with Derry. It's only getting better now. New players being introduced, but I'm very much happy to be involved with Sligo for now.
And before you came to Sligo this season, you were around the world a little bit. You were over in Vietnam.
Yeah. I went to Vietnam 2 years ago now. So I went over there teaching science. I had the intentions of doing a lot more traveling than what worked out, but Just with obviously the pandemic didn't allow for it, but it was an incredible experience. Played a bit of football over there, wasn't involved in anything too serious. There was a Gaelic team over there, a lot of Irish people. But no, I'm delighted to be back. I'm playing at this level, and I'm just looking to push on and just get better and better each week with Sligo.
It sounds like it was a bit of a no-brainer going to Sligo for you.
It was. When I came back there just before Christmas, I was training with Derry City, and I kind of had my sights set on the Northern Ireland League. But then it was Bowlesy, Lauren Bowles, that contacted me and just asked that I want to come down to Sligo. I went to a training session, and just the level of professionalism from the get-go was, it just made my decision quite easy to transition over to Sligo. And yeah, I'm delighted with everything so far. Like the commitment from the girls and from the backroom team, from everybody, the support around the community in Sligo was incredible as well. It's really trying to push the team and get them going, and just the publicity that they're getting as well. It's brilliant.
We saw massive attendance at the first home game of the season there last weekend. Seems like there's a real interest in this team from around Sligo.
There is, and it's fantastic. And I suppose you don't really realize the difference it makes until you're on the pitch and you hear the crowd roaring. The impact that it can have on the game. I definitely noticed it anyway. So that support hopefully will stick with us throughout the season for the home games. Definitely, we'd love to see an even bigger crowd at the next one. Despite the result, everyone had, I suppose, it put a bit of smile on everybody's face even after the match, just to see that support. So it makes all the difference, and we're looking forward to keeping those fans with us for the rest of the season.
And what do you think the goals are for Sligo this season, long term and short term?
Yeah, short term, I would say we're definitely looking to cause a few upsets. It's not the case that we want to go out into every match, and we don't want other people might expect us to lose most of the matches coming up, but within Sligo and within the girls and the team and the managers, that's definitely not the attitude that we have. We see a few games that we can pick up some points, and with the progress that we are making, even from the first two matches, we'd definitely be looking to push on it and pick up a few points for sure, and score a few goals. I'd say long term, we're looking at, this is the start of it for, we have a lot of young players coming through. So developing a pathway and seeing the progress that the youth academies can bring, and seeing the upcoming players, and just allowing them, I suppose, a pathway to get better and improve and bring it going forward.
And when you were growing up, were you always going to be a football player?
Well, I was involved in international setups. Like when I was growing up, the youth squads. It kind of changed then when I was around 18. I just, I suppose, made different decisions, and football was always a huge part of my life. And it's more so bringing it back now, especially with Sligo having a team. It's kind of sparked my interest a lot more, and yeah, I suppose I have a lot of dedication to work as well, and where I want to go with that. I'm a performance nutritionist, so I suppose, yeah, football wasn't it wasn't going to be a professional footballer or anything, but definitely having this opportunity to play and grow now for sure is making a big difference in my life.
Gemma, thanks very much for coming on, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thanks very much, Ciaran.
Remember to subscribe to FAI TV Ireland, and you can listen to our other Women's National League interviews and the Women's National League wrap with Emma Clinton.